stops us from, these boundaries stop us from building a community, from building connections, from collaborating. So what we're saying is, instead of these barriers, these isolation tendencies being the norm, right, and community being rare, what if we flip that and said, let's make community the norm and isolation rare? So we came up with this concept called unity, and it's a combination of the words you plus community, and it has OU in the middle, which is good, and it provides a platform on which people, don't have to use the traditional hierarchy to get things done. If I've got a really good idea and I'm over here, how I would, propose that idea to IT. I would go to my boss, and my boss would then talk to his boss, and those lines of communication may not be, my idea might stop at my boss. It might stop at my boss's boss, So what if I'm able to what if we had this community-based approach to IT where I can just field my big idea to the community. The community can latch onto it, can nurture it, can develop it. And what if we can bring 325 plus eyes to a problem? What greater things can we achieve? What bigger questions can we answer? And that really goes to the heart of what we're talking about today. And you may be asking yourself, well, how does this relate to good to great? What are the differences? Does this replace good to great? Well, absolutely, it does not replace good to great. It relies on good to great. Good to great has provided us with IT pros, and Unity starts with IT pros. It says, okay, we have this group of IT pros. What can we do with it? How can we take a community-based approach to IT? So it definitely relies on good to great, and they complement each other. With that thought, I'm going to pass it off to Corey, who's going to talk about the community.
Thanks, Jeff. So I think at the base of all this, or I guess more at the head of it, the Unity piece, and the coolest thing I like about it is when we look at the community and we take off all of this, all you're left with is a really cool foundation. It's something that will allow this whole thing to grow organically. It allows it to evolve, both for the individuals and for the organization on the whole. Really, what we're wanting to propose is just a chance for us to really engage with one another on a more personal level, on a more complete level than what we have currently in place. So, what we see up here on these projectors is something one of our employees, Nate's department, kind of finalized and made look pretty for us. Jeff initially came up with a drawing that's a little bit more rudimentary, but anyway. He's our in-house talent, so. But no, it's really cool because what it speaks to is a lot of times our customers are some of our best, I guess you'd say, drivers in terms of what ideas we have, what services we provide, what they give us in terms of feedback drives what we do. So what this is allowing for is people have these ideas, people have questions about what we can provide them. And what we're proposing is that is able to be broadcast out to all of us, to all these IT pros, for all the people who are participating in this community, to just see, to get involved with, and to get behind and rally behind. And this happens both in a physical way and in a virtual way. We have a virtual platform where these ideas are stored and publicly available. We also have physical meeting spaces where these teams can kind of self-form and people kind of back around these ideas and kind of get the gear going on them. So, what we're proposing is a system where the community is going to self-select those things most relevant to most members of the community. Once that's in place, they form these teams, they work on presenting this and getting it polished up and finalized into what we hope would be product offerings, service offerings, things like that for our customers. So, with that in place, we see this happening a lot as it is in different groups on campus. We see this happening even within different groups in IT. They're already collaborating really, really well. They're already making strides to work with customers on a daily basis. They're making strides to work with different campuses. But what we're wanting to do is see this propagated out to everyone. So the value is there. As far as what we're proposing, this idea of unity is a community which you're very much a part, and everybody else is very much a part. We're the proof of concept. We came together, not a single one of us really knew each other that well. At the end result, we're starting to draw lines between each other, what we can help each other with, more so than ever before. And it goes beyond just the things that we have that are It goes beyond what's just in our IT skill sets. It goes into our personal interests, it comes into our personal backgrounds, our experiences, our education, and you learn things about people you never did before. Consequently, what that'll do is empower employees. It'll be able to engage them for their whole person, which is more so than we've seen before. We hope that this exists outside the bounds of an org chart. It's going to really enable us to get more eyes on more problems in a way that's new and innovative. So, but to speak more to the value of what this would bring, I'm going to pass it off to Alicia.
Yeah. Most of the values that we want to talk about have already been discussed, and not to mention more of the values will be shown as this goes along. You guys have spent your blood, sweat, and tears getting people involved in Good to Great, having them focus on the characteristics of part of being the triangle. You've spent more of your time trying to produce the IT pro. Well, with that, that's exactly what we're stemming from is, okay, where and what can the IT pro do? Why do we have the environment for the IT pros, which you guys have built? Do we have the environment for them to succeed? Empowerment is the key here. That's the ultimate value. It's seeing IT pros beyond just their IT position descriptions and their bullets and other duties as assigned just doesn't hit it. It's about looking at people beyond being just workhorses and process completers. It's really about acknowledging the IT and the non-IT side. One of the coined phrases is personal liquidity, and it's a really valuable phrase. Some of you have already heard it. For those of you who haven't, it came up in a conversation with all of us, but I was ranting and raving about the idea of opportunity. Opportunity doesn't seem like anything more than just a buzzword anymore. Somebody said they have an opportunity for me. It's kind of like, okay, so you need me to do something. Do I really see it as valuable for me? Do I really see it as an opportunity that I can dig into and maybe either spread my wings or use my skill set to help someone else or learn something new that I don't? No, I don't. But the idea of personal liquidity fits that idea perfectly. It's, okay, something's going on over there. I might have some skills that help. I want to be involved with this, but I've got these bullets in my position description, and I've got to do this, and I've got people, and I can't really get away. And if I do go over there, well, my teammates and my coworkers feel like I'm leaving them hanging if I do spend a little bit of time over there. So the idea of personal liquidity is built throughout this unity approach. It's the foundation of it. It builds into the community. It creates the value. It empowers the employees most of all. Now, building in fun. We need to build in fun, and I have to congratulate Michelle for this one, because she kept it going the whole time. It is important to have fun. It's important to have fun. And fun is not a bad thing. Fun doesn't mean I don't do my job. Fun doesn't mean I'm a slacker. Fun doesn't mean I don't care whether or not I produce good work. No, fun allows me to actually dig in and through blood, sweat, and tears. Man, this was a cool project. It almost killed me, but God, I had fun doing it. What a concept. Now, as an extension to Good to Great and everything you guys have worked on the personal characteristics of people, we want to provide the community approach to take it further, to extend beyond just the campus, to extend a little bit. It could go as far as the community goes. It's an organic type of thing that we want to grow. For our customers, I just want to touch on one key thing. For our customers, what does this mean? Because those are the people we're serving. Those are the people we're focusing on. It's all about helping them get their win. It's all about answering their questions that they have, providing them a soundboard where they can actually put their ideas up and have 320 plus IT pros checking it out. Maybe they have an idea that they want to go one direction with something, but it requires maybe even technology or something outside of technology, but they can't get it going, or they just want to put it out there. We would be providing our customers for that area to do that. Customers care about getting their questions answered, big and small. Not always big questions, but the little questions, all size questions. They want to get those answered. So some of the values are intrinsic. Most of the values are intrinsic to the person. Stretching beyond that, well, that remains to be seen. But one of the key things here is unity is not just a buzzword. It's not just an additional buzzword that we want to throw out there and let everybody say. Unity is more along the lines of a mantra. And that mantra is, see where you can plug in to help someone else be successful. Particularly our customers, it's our media.